guys, welcome back to my channel. Finally, it's been forever, I feel like. I just came back a few days ago, like a week ago, from Canada for New Year's Eve, and I tried vlogging there, but then I kept literally forgetting to vlog everything, and then I would be like, well, now it doesn't make sense because I left this out of the vlog and blah blah blah. So I gave up vlogging there. So I was planning on putting up that video like in between this period, but that didn't work out, so then now it ended up being forever since I uploaded, so I apologize for that. We're jumping back into it. It's 2019. Happy New Year, guys. Hopefully everyone had an amazing Christmas, whatever holiday you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I know there's more, but I don't know the names. I hope you had a wonderful new year, and I hope 2019 is treating you well so far. So now that it is January, that means it's time for part 2 of my Accutane series. This is my second month now on it, and I have some updates, some new things to share, some things that are the same. I want to show you how my skin's doing. I have, in this video, I want to do a Q&A. So I asked Instagram to send me questions about just Accutane in general, acne, skincare, whatever. So I'm gonna answer those questions in this video. I'm actually surprised I got questions because like I don't have that many subscribers, so I didn't think anyone would even ask, but my lovely friends asked me a bunch of questions, so thank you to them. So anyway, yeah, that's it for an intro. So this is gonna be my part 2 of my Accutane series. I'm excited to sit down and talk to you guys about what's going on with my skin, what's going on in my life, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just get into it. First, I want to say I apologize if you hear any background noise, like outside noise. I have my window cracked because I'm so hot in here. I'm like wearing a sweatshirt. I shouldn't even be wearing a sweatshirt, but I am. And oh, it's okay. The letters kind of like came off a little bit, but it says Channel Orange. Isn't it cute? I'm gonna order a new one because my mom, it's not her fault, but she dried it, so it's like the letters got a little messed up. So anyway, so this is my second month on it. Some things are pretty much the same, some things changed a little bit, or there are things that I notice now. My skin is doing pretty good right now. Again, it's my time of the month. I didn't line these videos up very good, so I did just break out a little bit. So if you see like a few what looks like actual pimples, not scars, then they are. I did break out a little bit in my time of the month, but other than that, my skin did get worse. When I said in the first video that my skin was like kind of getting worse, I didn't know if that was like all that it was gonna be or if it was gonna get even worse. It did get even worse. My skin really broke out for a while there, but then now it pretty much stopped breaking out. My skin's obviously not like cleared up and not magically cleared, but the breakouts did come to a halt. Now that it is my time of the month and I am breaking out, what I have noticed is that the breakouts are not cystic. It's just like normal little pimples that go away literally in like a day or two. They're not like cystic acne where it takes forever to go away. They're not painful. They're not like huge or anything. So I am grateful for that. I guess since my skin doesn't have as much oil in it, the breakouts are a lot smaller and go away a lot quicker, which is really nice. So those are the only really little breakouts I've had lately. Other than that, the scars are still there, obviously, but my skincare routine has been the same. I've been keeping up with my skin. Yeah, nothing's really changed since I last showed you guys my skincare routine in the first video. Those products have been working great for me. The only thing I forgot to add last time is that I use the Ultra Repair Cream Everyday Moisturizer, but this is the Ultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration moisturizer. It's pretty much for like really dry skin or eczema or itching or other conditions. So I use this when my skin is like really bad. I use it like a little bit of this with my moisturizer at night when my skin is really dry. So this helps out a lot. I really like the products that I've been using. So if you want to see my skincare routine, go to the first video. I will link it down below, and I will link it at the end of the video also. So check that out if you want to see my skincare routine while I'm on Accutane. So the same symptoms as before. My skin is just still very dry. My lips are getting the worst of it. They're so dry. I mean, I have some lip treatment on them right now, but yeah, they're just super dry and they're like raw and they just like kind of hurt sometimes. So I've just like been moisturizing them and exfoliating them, trying to just keep them under control, but I expected that. So that is the only really terrible thing that I've noticed. My lips are getting the worst of it. My skin obviously is dry, but it's not as bad as I remember it being, but it's also the second month, so it probably will get worse. But yeah, my skin, it's pretty good. As long as I continue to keep up moisturizing and keep up on my skincare routine, it's not too bad. Just my lips are just the worst and it just hurts and I have to apply chapstick like every 10 minutes, I swear. But that's okay, it's whatever. My hair, I was a little scared that my hair was gonna like be really dry and brittle because I do get it bleached now. I just got my roots filled in yesterday. I do get my hair bleached now, so I was afraid that it wouldn't react well with the bleach since my hair is like gonna be drier, but honestly my hair is doing really good. It's not necessarily dry. The only thing I notice is just it produces oil slower, which is fine by me because literally now I wash my hair 2 days a week tops. That's about it. So that's the only thing I notice. It's not like my hair is dry, it just takes a lot longer to get oily. I pretty much can go a long time without even having to use dry shampoo and my hair is perfectly fine. So that's been cool. I haven't really had to wash my hair. I don't really care about that kind of part. Oh, this is like a new thing for me. So last time I was on Accutane the first round, I did not wear contacts. I just wore glasses. So now that I'm wearing contacts, I noticed just my one eye was like super irritated and it like was blurry. I thought maybe my vision was changing in that eye or something. Like every time I put a contact in, it was just irritated all day long. It didn't matter what kind of day it was, whatever. It didn't matter if I used artificial tears or drops or anything. It just was always irritated. So I needed an annual checkup anyway. So I went to the eye doctor, and before I went, my mom had told me, she was like, wait, I forgot that Accutane, can you make your eyes kind of reject, I guess, contacts because your eyes also are drier as well. So that was why my eye was so irritated. So I went to the eye doctor and I explained that to him. He actually gave me dailies to wear now. Before I was wearing monthly contacts, now I'm wearing dailies. So that's definitely helped my eyes feel a lot better, just because dailies are just like 1-day use. They're really moisturized and they're really like hydrating to the eye, because the longer you wear contacts, the drier and more irritating it's going to get. So the dailies have really helped. Hopefully once I am off Accutane I can switch back to monthlies, because I just feel like I like the dailies, but I feel like it's almost just like a waste of like packaging and contacts. But it's whatever, it works for me now. I don't want any irritation in my eyes. Like it was really bothering me. So the dailies are helping, and I explained that to my eye doctor and my dermatologist and told them what's going on with that, because every time I go in he asks, you know, about my symptoms and stuff like that. So that's been good. Been keeping up on my blood work. This next blood work that I have to take for Accutane is fasting, so they have to check all my levels again. And just, he likes to check the levels before you start and a couple months in, just to make sure everything's good, because if something really fluctuates then he might have to stop it or do whatever he has to do. So I'm gonna get that done soon, later this month. But other than that, everything else is pretty good. I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed. Yeah, just the one major thing this month was like the contact situation, but I got that under control. Everything with my prescription's good. I've been doing the iPledge stuff on the computer, which is easy. All you gotta do is answer questions like real quick. Literally takes 5 minutes, and that's been easy. Just been meeting with my dermatologist every month. That's like the most annoying part, honestly, is like just like having to go and every single month make sure you get blood work like at a certain time before your appointment, and so that everything comes in at the right time. And sometimes you have to fast for blood work, which is like really annoying, but it's whatever. Yeah, and just like having to schedule everything is just like can get very time consuming, but honestly you're in and you're out and you're fine, you know. It's just one time a month, so it's no big deal. So to the Q&A part of it, so most of them, actually a lot of them are Accutane, but most of them are just skincare in general, which that's fine. I mean, anything revolving skin is what I wanted. Thank you to those of you who asked questions. I really appreciate it, and I thought it would be a fun twist to this video, because I mean, other than telling you guys about what I know and my symptoms, I really don't know what you want to know. So I'm going to go and answer those now. So the first question is by my friend Ashley. She actually asked me a bunch of questions relating to Accutane, so thank you so much, Ashley, for giving me a bunch of questions to answer. She's always like right on it. So the first question she asked about Accutane was, does Accutane hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. It's just a pill. The only thing like uncomfortable or painful that could be with it is the blood work. If you're like really don't like needles, then that might hurt. But no, it doesn't hurt. It just like, it's an uncomfortable process, honestly, getting blood work, and then how dry, it depends on your skin, I guess, how dry your skin gets. And it could, like, sometimes when my skin is like really just irritated or feels super dry and I put like moisturizer on it, you know how like sometimes your skin can burn, even though like the moisturizer doesn't burn your skin, it's just like really sensitive at the moment. So sometimes my skin does get like that, just depending on the day and like maybe how cold it is and how dry my skin is. Sometimes when I do put products on it, it can burn a little bit just because of the sensitivity. That's the only like really like painful or uncomfortable thing about it. Just like the way your skin feels sometimes. My lips are pretty painful right now just because they're just so like raw. Ugh. I mean, they're a little better today, but just like in general, they just hurt. And then my contact, it didn't hurt, but it just was like really bothering me. So that's like what I would say like is painful or just like really discomforting about Accutane, or just those few things. But again, that's different for everyone. If you don't wear contacts, you might not have to deal with the contact part of it. If your skin, my skin actually is pretty tough without Accutane, like it's not very sensitive, so the fact that it is really sensitive just shows you how powerful this drug is. So I guess I hope that answers your question, Ashley. Another question she asked was, why can't anyone get Accutane? She said, hopefully she doesn't mind me sharing this, she said that she got rejected. So Accutane, from what I understand, is basically like a last resort type medication. So my dermatologist recommended Accutane right off the bat because he knows I have PCOS, and with PCOS, acne is just, I mean, not everyone, but for most people, acne is just one of those things that you get, and it's like really persistent. Like acne, when you have PCOS, it's hormonal, so it's like when you put things on your face and you have hormonal acne, the things that you put on maybe will like kind of calm it down, but it's not really gonna help it. Like, it's your hormones that are messed up, not your skin, if you know what I mean. So he knew that I had PCOS, and he didn't want to mess around and try everything else under the sun before moving on to Accutane, because that's a waste of time and money, and he knew that those things probably wouldn't even really work for me, so he just jumped right to Accutane. So I'm very thankful for that, and I'm grateful. So that's probably why most people can't get Accutane. A lot of people can, but it's just like people who I talk to, like they're like, oh, like that sounds great. I'm just like, yeah, it is, but like it's also kind of like a last resort type thing. So if your skin is like one of those cases where it's like nothing else will help it, then that's probably what you'll get on. Also, I think just like everyday like acne, pimples, I don't think they'll recommend Accutane for. I think it's more like the really cystic, severe cases of acne. So obviously my skin, when you look at it, it's not like you're gonna think, I mean, yeah, to some people it's bad, but for me and for other cases that I've seen of people on Accutane, they're gonna be like, that's not even really the worst case, which is true, which I'm grateful for. But the first time around when I first started Accutane years ago, my skin was in that state. So he knew I was on it before, and you know, my acne is coming back. Obviously he's not going to give me something else that he knows is not going to work on my skin. She also asked, does Accutane actually work? I think so. I mean, we'll see within the next 6 months how much it works. The only thing with me is there's not a significant before and after because of my acne scars. They're literally always there. So as far as controlling the actual acne, I think it really does work, because even though I am still breaking out a little bit here and there just because it's my time of the month, it is small pimples, it goes away really quick, which for me is like ideal because I have dealt with cystic acne for too long, and it's annoying and it's painful and it takes forever to go away, and they're huge and you can't pop them. I think it actually works, and I've seen other people who it really works for, and yeah, so it's a very good acne medication. And then she also asked, is Accutane for everyone? I think this kind of goes back to the first question, or the second question she asked. It can be for everyone, but for, I guess, most people, they're gonna try other things first before going to Accutane. So, okay, so next my friend Alexis asked me a couple questions on Accutane. She asked, can you use exfoliants when you're on Accutane? I don't know the correct answer for this. I assume no, so I don't use exfoliants when I'm on Accutane, just because your skin's gonna be dry and that's just gonna happen, and exfoliating is really harsh, like especially like microdermabrasion exfoliating, like that's gonna be really harsh on your skin, and your skin's already sensitive and already like has a lot going on with it, and it's like super dry. So like, yeah, you're gonna get flaky and you're probably gonna want to exfoliate, but for me, I'll just stick to using creams and moisturizers and lotions and stuff like that, and serums before I exfoliate. I mean, I don't remember my dermatologist saying don't do that, but I don't really think it's recommended. Honestly, I'll probably have to like look into that first, but on the safe side, I don't do it. Okay, she also asked my opinion on serums, toners, and other fancy skincare type of thing. So my opinion on toners, I always recommend a toner. I'm speaking straight to you, Alexis. I know Alexis has pretty good skin. I mean, her skin is like pretty normal. It's not like super oily. Maybe it could be combination certain times, but I think her skin is pretty normal. She gets like the occasional breakout. So honestly, I think toners can be for everyone. Everyone should use a toner because it's just like, I don't know, it's good because after you wash your face and your face is open and your pores are open, a toner, it's like kind of like gets all like the yuckies out and the dead skin off. Once your pores and your skin are open, it kind of takes all that gunk out extra and like wipes off any dead skin or just like gross stuff on your face. I like toners. I've always used one. Before I was on Accutane, I was using Witch Hazel because my skin is very, oh my god, I'm so sweaty. Not on Accutane, my skin is very oily, so I use Witch Hazel because that's a good astringent for oily skin. But other than that, just like a simple everyday toner, I recommend to anyone. It's like, why not take the extra step? Serums, it depends, I guess. I use a rosehip oil, which I showed in my last video, which I guess is like an oil, not a serum. But I like that when my skin is super dry or just feels like gross or just, I don't know, like I feel like I need some like extra like hydration, extra serum, extra oil. I do like serums. I guess it depends on what it's for. I never like went out and bought like a specific serum for like something, but I think like rosehip oil I really like, and just like simple like extra oils you can add to your face doesn't hurt, you know, especially Alexis, because you have normal skin, you can benefit from a little extra oil. It won't hurt you or anything. So it just depends. I wouldn't go out and buy like $100 serum if you don't really know what it's for, because then it's like, okay, like I don't know what to use this for. But if you like see something, okay, let's say you notice your skin's really dry in the winter. If you go into the store and you see like a good quality serum that helps dry skin, you know, putting that on at night, putting that on your neck and your face at night before you go to sleep is always like a good thing, and I think it's really beneficial. Because my friend Kaden, she asked, I don't know what to use for oil control. I feel like cleaning isn't enough. Any ideas? Now that I'm on Accutane, my oil is controlled, but before I started, my skin is oily. But I never really used any products specifically for oil control. The only thing I would use is maybe like a mattifying or oil control primer before I do my makeup to help with that kind of like slide off type thing. But if you're not someone who wears makeup a lot, then I honestly think, maybe this is a myth or something, but I think if you're not moisturizing, then you need to start. And I know that's like kind of counteracted, like you think that's the opposite, but if your skin is super oily and you're not moisturizing, it's producing more oil for a reason. So since you're not feeding your skin hydration and you're not like putting lotion and hydration onto your face, your skin is gonna produce extra oil to make up for that. So I've heard that before, and I've always noticed that, and I've thought that before, because before I never used to use moisturizer because I'm like, my skin's acne prone, I'm oily, why would I use moisturizer? And I think that in recent years when I started consistently using moisturizer, my skin hasn't been as oily. It still does get oily, you know, wintertime it's a little better. But yeah, so honestly, if you're not moisturizing every single day and night, I would start that, because even though you think that like that's gonna make it worse, it really isn't, because then your skin is gonna relax on the oil production because it's gonna realize that you're doing it yourself, and moisturizer obviously isn't like gross and slimy like oil is. So I would try that. Okay, and the last question I got from my friend Alicia, she asked me good drugstore moisturizer, and the one I love is actually drugstore. It is the CeraVe moisturizing lotion. I showed it in my last video, but I'll put a picture up right here of it. I love it. I used it before I was on Accutane. I use it now that I'm on Accutane. It's just a really good everyday moisturizer. It's not too heavy, and it does the job, and it feels good, and it's like safe for sensitive skin. So I would really honestly try that, especially now that it's winter. I know I do use it now with my First Aid Beauty stuff, but even by itself I loved it, and I loved it while I had oily skin, and I love it now that my skin's drier. So it's pretty much good for all skin tones, and it doesn't irritate my face even now that I'm on Accutane, and before I was on Accutane it didn't break me out, so it's pretty awesome. So I definitely recommend that, and you can get that anywhere, and I don't think it's that expensive if I recall. No, it's not. It's just a drugstore. You can literally find it at Sure Fine, Alicia. Okay guys, so that concludes the Q&A portion of my video. That was a lot of fun to do. I liked that a lot. So hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit with some like real life questions. And hopefully the girls who ask questions, hopefully it helped them too. So now I'm gonna show you my skin. As you can see, not much of a difference than last time because of all these dang scars. Ugh, doesn't look that different. but I have like one. This is the only like real pimple I have. The rest are just scars. So as you can see, the pimples have subsided. Okay guys, so that concludes the part 2 of my Accutane series. My camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna wrap this thing up quick. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this was very helpful for you. Hopefully the Q&A was a nice little twist and you guys liked that. If you guys continue to have questions even after this, or I didn't cover anything that you guys were wondering, honestly, go on my Instagram. I have it always linked in my description box, and I have it on the end of my video. Ask me, DM me questions there. Ask me anything you want about Accutane or anything, any advice, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that was it for the part 2. Hopefully that was informative to you guys, and I will continue updating you in further videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already to continue watching my Accutane journey. So I have 5 more videos left, so I have a lot. So if you want to continue watching, subscribe. And that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in my next video. Yeah. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.